Alright, welcome. This is Maxwell David Jolaimi, and I'm happy to have you again on the MCR Investigation channel. Today we want to look at the MCR Investigation Pad, and I may just play around with it. I can use this to investigate any reality or lifestyle and reality. Actually, if you have an individual, probably a community, you can put them on the title bar, and then you can investigate them using the variable. We've covered this before, and in this video I am just going to go through certain new features. So on the MCR Investigation channel, we'll be having briefing on the development of the MCR. What exactly is the MCR? I am equally going to be proposing MCR personality and community development campaign, sometimes probably in the future. Well, for that to work, we're going to engage ourselves in volunteer orientation and other functions. Well, today we shall be looking at what exactly is the MCR, and we're looking at first experience in MCR Maturity Investigation. I'll explain in a while, but before then, quickly, let's take a quick review of the MCR Investigation Pad. Well, here is it: Maturity Chart Research. Maturity Chart Research. Our MCR Investigation Pad, that is it. And well, we have what we call the title bar. There it is. And on this part, you can type anything here. Well, we have critical moment. It's actually a stage play. I will explain later on. And well, this is going to be certain reference material what we shall be using to learn the MCR Investigation Pad. And we have another reference material what we call Detective Sam. This one is a movie, a Christian movie actually, but we're going to use it to learn how to use the MCR Investigation Pad. Well, we have what we call description bar. The description bar is everything around here, and all this feature are what I refer to as a description bar, because they actually describe what you find on the title bar. And you have the first item or the first feature on it is the serial number. And then we have the variables. If you move on, you have natural lifestyle, and I prefer to call this actually life orientation lifestyle. I mean this one. And then we have develop lifestyle. So these are all found in the description bar. Now let's look at the serial number. We've said the serial number really is what you find there. I have 1 to 7. Well, we've split this into two. You have 1 to 5 here, and then you have 6 to 7 at the remaining part. We have variables. Variables are what you find there. Of course, you can see it. We have 1 to 6 variables. Everything here are called the variables on the MCR Investigation Pad. Well, we equally have the remaining part here. So we have natural lifestyle, we have acquired lifestyle, and you have developed lifestyle. Of course, you're going to see both feature here, both feature here, both feature here. So, and it goes on to the other part of the investigation pad. Now let's try MCR Maturity Investigation. All you just need to do is probably just to write probably what you want to investigate, and once you do that, you have configured the whole of this. Now you have configured it. By configuration, it means that everything you have in the title bar is what you must find on the MCR investigation part. They're trying to look out for concept for reality, lifestyle and the concept that define it, a life and the concept that define it. That's what you're doing the moment you configure it. Well, but let's look at something else. What we saw this, you configure it, but apart from just configure, you can really look for a compromise score. A compromise score is when you're trying to find out in a group of class like this, you're trying to find out the maturity value of the class. You want to say, okay, how intelligent could a class be? How intelligent could a society be? And together when we look at this class, we could be looking at the life, that is the class, the lifestyle, that is the activities in the class. Their reality could be, all right, they're having tests, or they could just call them maybe class B or class C or class D. The reality of that name, we can investigate it on the MCR investigation part. It could just be a function, it could just be a destiny manifestation, it could just be a self-esteem. That's a reality, or we can just use it. It follows the same pattern. It follows the same pattern. When you look at here, when you have a reality, you can just merely put it, you can merely put it the reality on the title bar, and then you go down to look at probably a right or each one. So well, that's what you do with compromise score. Compromise score, simply by definition, is the maturity value of a community, not an individual. And that's what you can do on the MCR investigation part. The moment you put a class here, you're trying to say that, okay, you want to take the compromise score. Now, you look out for an individual with one variable, another individual with a variable. An individual with the highest number of variable is the leader. That's a game of value. The highest value rule. Well, here's it. Now, if I pick her and I want to look out for, maybe I put her name on the MCR investigation part, that means I'm looking for maturity score. And that means I will just put her name here, and then everything has been configured to look for this individual, on the MCR investigation part. So I'm just looking out for her life, the value of her life, or her lifestyle, or the reality she's faced with. So, and that goes on. But when we have compromise score, we could look at it as the value of the community, like said. Now, if you have the maturity score, all right, when you have the maturity score and the compromise score together, you're actually trying to look for, the compromise score is more like the denominator, the value of all the fractions, where the maturity score is just the value of a fraction. So, that's what you can use the MCR to do. This maturity compromise score is actually the value of the community, the maturity value of the community, the life value of the community, the lifestyle value of the community, the reality of the community, and the compromise score is just the value of an individual in the community. And that's what you can do with the MCR. So, and that's what you can just do, when you have what do you call it, the MCR investigation part like this. What you write on the title bar will tell you what you're investigating. Perhaps you're investigating a compromise score, or perhaps you're investigating a what do you call it, maturity score. We have explained that maturity score is the value of an individual, life, lifestyle, or reality. A compromise score is the value of what? A community, the life of a community, the lifestyle in a community, and the reality in a community. So, and that you can do for all the variables on the MCR investigation. Next time on MCR investigation, okay, next time in my first experience of maturity investigation, part 2, we are just going to pick this critical moment. Like I say, it's a stage play with estimated time duration about 60 minutes, and then we are going to borrow from it and probably see how I can look for the compromise score. And then of course we are going to use Detective Sam 2, written by Rotimi and Madu. We are going to put these two MCR reference materials on the MCR investigation part, and then we're going to see how we can help people to know how to use the MCR. Now, please like, share, leave comments so I can know you are watching this, and then subscribe so that we can really go through the MCR, the MCR campaign and the MCR Maturity Invention, two things. Thank you. See you in the next video. Goodbye.